Hey everybody, DCW Hawks here with Devin
Yay!
with another action figure review. Today we're going to take a look at the Mezco 112 Friday the 13th Part 3 Jason Voorhees. Yep, this is the box.
And there's your background falling over.
Yeah, I know, it always does that. Need more space. What sucks about doing these Mezco reviews, it's not enough space. You can definitely tell that's 3D. Look at that. Pose, play, and display. On the back of the box, a bunch of pictures of what comes with it. A bunch of promotional images. Heads, hands. Stands with flight stands. Weapons, which we'll get into great detail. And then the figure right there. Alright, so let's take a break, get this guy opened up, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Broken neck, twisted arms, cut skin, shattered bones, hemorrhage, broken teeth, body slam, last words.
We have Jason out of the box, and I've been waiting for this guy for a while. If you watched my Michael Myers Mezco review, I was kind of iffy about the Mezco figures, but now they start putting horror guys out, I am all for it. But don't get me wrong, I like my superheroes and stuff too, but I don't know, they just put out too many too quickly. But this guy, so far, has been, I'm going to probably say, my favorite Jason figure. My most expensive Jason figure, let's put it that way. Now, Mezco is known for their superheroes, like I just said, but Jason is a completely unique mold. Oh god, I ripped his head off. That's not good.
He never dies. It's fine.
That's true. There's Chris messaging me in my video. What's up, Chris? I know you've been waiting for this one, buddy, so here it is. But anyway, that neck. That back, I don't even know what is that. Is that his neck? Is that his back? What the hell is that? Shoulders. Looks like Quasimodo from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Or Notre Dame, however you pronounce it.
It's Notre Dame. I'm not sure.
Okay. It'd be funny if we did the rest of the review with a Jason with no head on it.
Yes, it would.
Nobody wants to see a Jason with no head. Oh, I love that sound. They want to see a Jason with a head, and here he is with his head. Now let's take his mask off and just check out all that ugly, all that beautiful, disgusting, deformed face only a mother could love ugly. And this guy's got it all. The jacked up teeth. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Normal ear. Jacked up ear. He looks great though. And they got all the soft goods, which are pretty nice. Got the t-shirt, work shirt, the work pants. It's got scuffed up boots. Detail on everything, just down to everything. The boots and laces. My dog's getting into the garbage, it sounds like. Even check this out. He's even got a belt under there. They didn't have to put a belt on him because his shirt holds down over there. But they went the extra mile and gave him a belt. So that's pretty cool. Alright, well, let's get to the articulation of this guy. Devin's going to go tend to the dog, getting into the garbage. Take care of it. What are you doing? Get over here. Do that later. Alright, so articulation for Mr. Voorhees. His head, as I showed you earlier, I'll pop it off again. It's on a double ball peg. So there's a ball peg in there, and then there's a ball peg in here. And that connects to this little hole right there. And you just pop it on, and you can get him to move his head pretty much any way you want him to, which is super nice. Get him looking up, down, to the right, to the left. You could go all Selma Blair Exorcist, Selma Blair, Jesus, Linda Blair, and just that'd be pretty cool. Jason and the Exorcist. Anyway, his arms are on ball hinges as well. They go out about that far. Up about that far, but then the shirt gets in the way. You don't really need it to go any more than that. Double jointed elbow, bicep swivel, and moving on to the ab, you got a twist and a crunch. You got on the waist itself, you got left, right, crunches forward with the neck and the joint about that far, which is not too bad. Jason could still look over his victims. And look back about that much, which isn't, again, not too bad. Kicks forward, pretty good amount. I'd say what, just about 90 degrees, maybe a little more.
90, 100.
90, 100?
90 or 100.
Oh, I would say 90, 100. He'd be doing backflips. Anywho, double jointed knee. It just looks good. It looks like a human knee in there. Doesn't look like a toy, which is cool. That's why I do like. That's one of my things about Mezco is that everybody else is just the joints are all hidden, and that makes for good photography. Getting back to the articulation, he's got some work boots. Holy crap! Look at the size of that dude's calves.
Holy crap!
Jason's ripped.
I think the only time I've seen him kick out that far is in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. You could make a punk rock Jason, cut off his shorts, make it have cut off shorts, keep these boots on him, that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, he's got boot rotation, foot moves down about yay far, toes point up about yay far, and he's got, for a Mezco figure, pretty good ankle pivot. It's not too shabby. Let's get this boot all situated. Back into a good Jason pose. Set him back here some. Now let's get to the, what is it?
Accessories.
Accessories, that's right. And I'll tell you guys this, he comes with a crap ton, which most Mezco figures do. It's part of their selling point, I think. But first we have a pitchfork. Nice wood grain handle on the pitchfork. I don't know if it's my camera that sucks. Hold on a second. Don't mind me. Maybe there's some smudges on the lens. Did you ever think of that?
I didn't.
Yeah, me either. Alright, we're back. Let's see if that works any better. Pitchfork. Yeah, not too bad. I think that works a little bit better. You get the wood grain. Still a little hard to see. There it is. Nice wood grain. And the metal on these. All the metal weapons look fantastic. Except the only thing I don't like about this pitchfork is the blood looks too uniform.
Yeah.
It's like blood, 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 blood. Nothing in these little sections right here. Maybe he stabbed. Maybe this is a really long pitchfork, and he stabbed through two people at once. And their bodies just rested on those bloody spots.
We'll scale with Jason.
Nope. Just That's just a joke, anyhow. Not real. Moving on. Let's see.
I mean, it could have been a possibility, though.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really see this. I don't know. I'm not recalling. It's been a while since I've watched part 3, but I'm not really recalling a wrench. Do you remember a wrench playing a significant part in the movie?
No?
Well, any of you F-13 buffs out there, Chris, Peter, Jeffrey, anybody, let me know in the comments if I missed it. Q, you too, buddy. But anyway, a wrench. Nicely detailed wrench, I'll give him that. There it is, okay. It's got little scuff marks on it. It's not made of metal, but it looks like it's made of metal, and that's pretty cool. Next, let's see, we have Devin's favorite instrument. I don't know why I said Devin's, but it's a fire poker. You like a fire poker, don't you?
Sure.
Well, we have bonfires and stuff. You're always poking fire, so I figured you'd like the fire poker.
Sure.
Yeah.
I do like fire.
And it's got this nice little white handle here. Again, metal with some uniform blood on it. I don't quite understand what's the deal with the uniform blood, but it works, I guess. One of my favorite kills in part 3 came from this thing right here. The harpoon gun. Can't remember her name, but she was like, "Hey, you forgot your wallet." She threw his wallet in the water. And then Jason shot her in the eye with a harpoon gun. She thought it was Shelly, but it wasn't Shelly. It was not Shelly. It was Jason shooting her in the face with a harpoon gun.
Which must have been very painful.
Oh, I'm sure it was. I am sure it was. The detail on these things, all of them look great. Super good. Let's see, we got a meat cleaver, which also, if I can get it to go here, turn the brightness a little bit. That meat cleaver, there we go. I think I'm going to have to upgrade to a better camera when I do videos. But the metal on these looks great. Like all of them. The blood spatter looks real nice. The only thing I would have done is painted those little buckles, so those little knots, or the studs, rivets maybe. So I mean, they have the inside of the handle painted, where the blade goes through. You see there's a little bit of silver in there, but they didn't paint the studs. That's kind of weird. But it is what it is. Jason's got a knife. Looks kind of like the knife from the part 4 cover. He's got the knife in the eye. The backwards cover. It's pretty cool. Also bloody and shiny. But they painted the studs on this one. What the hell?
Who knows?
Oh well. It still looks good. Looks good. The infamous axe from part 3. Where he gets the axe right to the face. And we'll get to a little bit something, a little cool little trick they threw in here with this here in a minute when we get to the more accessories. Then you can see again the wood grain on the handle. It really looks great.
Yes, it does.
The detail on the blood spatter is so nice. It's not painted the same on either side. It's not uniform, which is funny because everything else seems to be. You even got the blood on the blade part right there.
Wait, was the knife like that?
I don't know. Let's look.
No. The knife wasn't uniform.
Nope. Awesome. And last but not least, for weapons anyway, you can't have Jason Voorhees without a machete. That is just a must. I mean, if you got Jason and you don't have a machete, you don't have Jason at all.
Exactly.
Blood spatter on that one looks great. Like he's just coming down, chopping, and blood's just flying everywhere.
Yep.
I love it. He's got some hands that he comes with. He's got the 2 gripping hands, which came packaged with him out of the box.
Looks like he's about to fist fight someone.
Would you want to get into a fist fight with Jason?
No.
Yeah, me either. 'Cause that wouldn't be good. And these hands are, used for holding stuff. Like a machete. Or a machete for stabbing somebody, or a wrench if your kitchen sink is leaking. You can call Jason and he will fix your kitchen sink. So, that's pretty
For
cool.
the short price of your life.
Yep. Oh, I forgot one display or one accessory. This badass stand. It is super cool. I will never use it, but it looks great. See, I was reminded of that because I was trying to stand him and he kept falling over. So you got this little peg guy here. And this little hole guy right here. And you plug the little hole guy in the little peg guy here. And then you don't have to worry about him falling over. He just kind of stands there with his wrench and his machete, getting ready to party. And it also comes with a little flight stand thing here.
For some reason.
Yeah. It's pretty much just a generic thing that Mezco puts in all of their figures. So,
No matter which one it is.
yeah. Like the Michael Myers I have has one of these too, and I don't... Jason and Michael aren't going to be flying through the air. Now, if you got like a Spider-Man or a Batman, Superman, whatever, a flight stand would be cool, but for these guys, I don't really think it's necessary.
The only thing I could really think of that they would ever use that for is like if he got pushed out of a house and he was falling.
Yeah, could be. That's a good idea. Oh, I got back to the accessories here. I got sidetracked. So he comes with the 2 holding hands, as you see there, holding machetes and wrenches. Then he has 2 kind of chokey hands, but I'm pretty sure I know what these are for, and I will get to those later. Because it's very unique finger placements, just the way they are. The one on the left for sure, or the right for sure. But the left, yeah, I think it would work just fine. Then you have another right-handed relaxed hand and a right-handed trigger hand for his harpoon gun, and that just slides in there like that.
Imagine seeing Jason with a regular gun.
That wouldn't be good.
No, not.
See? Just fits on there like that. Then you take his hand here, pop it off. Just a little pop and peg type deal. Pop the new one on. And then you see this. I think he had his head kind of cocked in the movie when he did it.
You either duck or you go underwater.
Either way, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. And finally, I saved my favorite accessory for last. It's the alternate head. And I mean, that thing, the other one was great, but this one is just a bloody disaster.
Oh god, it's even more uglier.
Yeah. See, his face is awfully, like, he's grimaced in pain. I mean, he had an axe put into his head. What do you expect?
Exactly.
And it comes with this battle-damaged hawk. You just slip that on over there. And if you line them up just right, this is what I was talking about earlier. take him off his stand here. Pop this head off. Oh, Devin already knows what I'm going for.
Yep.
Pop this head on. Pop this hand off. Sorry, I'm getting into scene here, people. Sorry, wrench hand, you gotta go. Pop that on there. It's kind of hard to get because of the clothing, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm going for here. Should have done this off camera, taking up time. Sorry guys, this is gonna be a long video. I apologize. We haven't even got to the size comparisons yet.
Luckily, those are relatively quick.
Yep. And you just take. There we go. We're in focus. You just take that little slot right there. Get out of here, stupid YouTube ad. Take that little slot right there. It's funny I said stupid YouTube ad as I'm making a video for YouTube.
Irony.
Yep. And that axe fits in there just like that. And if that's not a beautiful thing, then I don't know what is. Alright, we're going to get this cleaned up and we'll be back with the last section of the video, size comparisons. Alright, so now we're going to do a few size comparisons to this guy. And as you know, like I said, he's 1/12 scale, which means he's in the 6 to 7 inch scale. So we're going to do 6 to 7 inch scale figures. First we have the Medicom Mafex Amazing Spider-Man comic book version. And I think they scale pretty well together because Spider-Man shouldn't be as big as Jason.
That's actually the first video that I did on the
Yep.
channel.
First one Devin was on. Which is actually, I think, the last one we did?
Yeah,
Yep,
I think so.
It was Spider-Man. So, there he is with Spidey, which is not too bad. Swing out of here, Spidey. Okay. Next.
10 out of 10 voice acting.
Yeah, I try. Next, we're going to have his brother-in-arms, if you will. My two favorite slashers, and a lot of two people's favorite slashers. Also, the only two Mezco figures I own. Michael Myers. If you look at it, let me try to get them closer together. Damn it, Jason. That's where that stand would come in handy. They are just about the same height. Just about. Michael might be a smidge taller.
I can't tell if he's taller or if his hair is taller.
Yeah, it's true, at the top of his head. Plus, Jason's got that really big hunch in his back. Neither of them want to stand right now. I'm getting kind of upset. There we go. But yeah, they look great together. They really do. And I get that Freddy too. Put him in there. To be the holy trinity of slashers. And it's time for Mikey to get out of here. I killed my sister.
Once again, 10 out of 10 voice acting.
Thank you. And the last one we're going to do is his NECA counterpart. The NECA Ultimate Friday the 13th Part 3 Jason. And as you can see, he is quite a bit taller.
Yeah.
But he has to be because, again, different size, different scale. NECA more 7-inch figures for the most part. Mezco is right around the 6-inch, so we'll do the size comparison. People are going to go back and forth on which one they like better. This one's more expensive. Not as expensive. Way more articulation and accessories. A decent amount of accessories, but crap articulation. So it's a give and take. You
And
know,
both are really good design.
Yeah, they both have great designs on them. They're just different, you know, different people have different opinions and different thoughts on how they want their figures. And you got this head sculpt, which looks pretty good on the NECA. And then here's, oh, well, it's the bloody one, but still.
Just imagine it without blood.
Yeah.
Or imagine the other one with blood.
Yeah, however you want. This is obviously pre-axe cut. Axe cut. So, I just noticed that the undershirt on the NECA is not white. It's green. And it's supposed to be white. So, I'm gonna give NECA or Mezco the points on this figure just because the looks of it, everything about it is just far superior to the NECA one.
And the fact that the shirt's cloth, not
Yeah.
rubberish plastic thing.
Rubberish plastic thing. Oh,
And
there he
there it
goes. See? Still standing tall. Well, anyway, thank you guys for sticking around for this long video. Oh, before I forget, I got this Jason figure from my buddy David over at Off Kilter Toys, and there will be a link in the description. Great dude to deal business with, fast delivery, fast shipment, just an all-around good guy. So, link will be in the description below. Everybody does this, right? Link in the description below. So, I did it now too. Alright guys, well, thanks for sticking around, and I hope you have a great night. See ya.
Bye.
A soft light glitters your bright emotional face while the silence fills our empty space. Nothing left to say, the truth to the tool. There is nothing you can do, our love has got no. As we part ways, can we say goodbye? I know you feel the same, the writing's in your eyes. Nothing left to do, nothing left to say. So let's cut the test and find and walk away.